Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is SULALA WULANDARI. I'm from TBAD class in 5th semester. Now I would like to explain about language center. In neuroscience and psychology, the term language center refers collectively to the areas of the brain which serve a particular function for speech processing and production. The human brain is composed of nervous cells that are the basic information processing unit of the nervous system. The cerebral cortex is the gray wrinkle mass that sits over the rest of the brain and accounts for language representation and processing. The longitudinal fissures separate the left and right hemisphere of the brain. The corpus callosum is the bundle of nerve fibers that connect the two hemispheres. And the cerebral cortex is the body's ultimate control and information processing center. In the cerebral cortex, it has a frontal lobes, or it called motor cortex, involved in speaking and muscle movement and in making plan and adjustment the executive. The second is parietal lobes, include the sensory cortex. The third is occipital lobe, include the visual areas which receive visual information from the opposite visual field. The last is temporal lobes, include the auditory area, each of which receive auditory information primarily from the opposite ear. Language. Language is made up of socially shared rules that include the following semantics or meaning, how to make new words, grammar, and social context. Speech. Speech is the verbal means of communicating. Speech consists of the following articulation, how speech sounds are made, voice, the use of the vocal folds and breathing to produce sound, fluency and prosody, the rhythm, intonation, stress, and related attributes of speech. When someone has trouble understanding other people's received language or explaining thoughts, ideas, and feeling, expressive language, that is called a language disorder. And when someone cannot produce speech, sound correctly or fluently, or has a voice problem, that is called speech disorder. The last is about anatomy of language. There are several areas of the brain that play a critical role in speech and language. The first is Broca's area, located in the left hemisphere, is associated with speech production and articulation. Our ability to articulate ideas as well as use words accurately in spoken and written has been attributed to this crucial area. The second area is Wernicke's area, is a critically language area in the posterior superior temporal lobes connect to the Broca's area via a neural pathway. Wernicke's area is primarily involved in the comprehension. Historically, this area has been associated with language processing, whether it's written or spoken. The last is the angular gyrus, allow us to associate multiple types of language-related information, whether auditory, visual, or sensory. It is located in close proximity to other critical brain regions, such as the parietal lobe, which processes tactile sensation, the occipital lobe, which is involved in the visual analysis, and the temporal lobe, which processes sound. The angular gyrus allow us to associate a perceived word with different image sensation and the ideas. Maybe that's all from me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.